Good morning. Deciding to check out Planet Zoo today. I've been wanting to play this for a long time. I'm really excited to actually get this going. So I started a little earlier. That's interesting. Look, people. Adult. Oof. Interesting. Weird upturned nose. Interesting. A little more accurate. Getting there. It's like, how sad and pathetic can we make me? Alright. What? Oh, literally change the color, huh? Ooh, that's dramatic. Nah, where's... There we go. Oh, heck yeah, we got gray hats. What is this? Kind of like the shell. Badger, elephant, like it. Work hat. Like the work hat. Why not? Oh, oops. Oh no, I randomized. What the heck? No, I gotta go through it again. Oh, let's go with that. Yeah, why not? Click and drag to rotate the globe. We are somewheres about there. Yeah. Feel like I need to go career first so I can learn. I want a franchise, but I gotta learn the game some. Stately home schooling Goodwin House tutorial. Alright. Renovated and renamed after its purchase by Bernard Goodwin in 1980s. Goodwin House has since become one of the most respected zoos in the country. Most people it's undergone a further, or more recently, has undergone a further renovation to update many of the habitats and facilities, but due to various issues, the work hasn't been completed, which is where you come in. Let's learn. I gotta figure out these basics. I mainly played, or not played, watched just builders on YouTube. Main ones, the lady designer, or lady designer, whatever. She does a lot of amazing builds, and it's one of the reasons I've actually ever wanted to play the game. Was watching her playthroughs of all the different zoos she set up. So I am excited to start figuring this out.
to? Yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally meet you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist you call me Bernie. The only person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only when I've tracked elephant dung into the carpets.
Ugh.
As you know, I own several zoos, and I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prides, thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s. But we're in the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil keeps
Fur
stuffing his
allergy.
dentures into the lion habitat. So, it's up to you to finish everything off. Don't worry, though. I'm not completely throwing you into the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a helping hand. Oh, she's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be too. But I'm sure you'll get along like a house on fire, or even better, one that isn't on fire. Less shouting that way.
Huh.
Hello there. From that rosy, fresh face of yours, I'm guessing you're Bernie's new hire. Good. Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma because we're about to get really hands-on. But before we
Nice.
begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals? We'll start by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
I got that. So how do we go down? No. Well, that's definitely a zoom in. Here's your grizzly bear camera. Okay. How do I do that? Uh, what am I doing wrong? Let's see.
Did you know that
Ah.
grizzly bears, also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too. Select one of the bears and you'll bring up its information panel.
Alright.
This is where you can find out all kinds of information about your animal. The most important thing being its overall welfare. You'll learn more about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this magnificent animal. Why don't you select the camera at the bottom of its information panel?
Aha. There you go. We
See
got
now,
a
this is a
bear
fantastic way to
end.
get a close look at your animals. You can also get this view of an animal by simply double-clicking on it.
Okay.
Okay, when you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
How do I rotate the camera? I would like to learn that step. Still, it's not bad. There's got to be a way. What am I doing wrong? I have no idea what that says. So if we exit. I hear a train. Oh, that's awesome. Alright.
Panthera leo leo. All the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride. Although prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie would say, those lions are awesome. Which is precisely why I handle training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on, let's head over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there. As you can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's missing a certain something. Well, two somethings. Warthogs. So I'd like you to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section. There we are, a pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just click on them and select Adopt from the
Well,
side menu.
who knew warthogs were
Normally, the
so
animal
cheap?
exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works. The last thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants.
What?
When you adopt an animal, it's automatically placed in the trade center, where they're held until you're ready to move them into their habitat, which, as it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home?
Ah. So just send a zoo.
When you ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade center, collect your animal, and deliver them to your
I could have
selected habitat.
selected both.
I've
Okay.
marked the trade center's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
You did? I would have loved to know where. Would have loved to. There it is. To do that, come on.
Well, as you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible. Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat. But I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right,
Rudest
let's get
of
the
health.
warthog's habitat finished up so we can keep them nice and happy. You see, each animal in the zoo has an overall welfare statistic, basically how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social
Yeah,
health,
sorry, forgive me.
habitat, and engagement. Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which we saw earlier, where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed. Don't worry if that's a lot to remember. You can always check the Zoopedia for more information. Let's start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl.
Alright. No, we want put that somewhere up front, right?
Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in. That bath will count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
I did that. Ah, there it is. Okay, mud bath.
Oh, nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see.
Uh-huh.
Our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a pharaoh state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Alright. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, before we actually start building our ostrich habitat, let's pause the game. Just click the pause button in the bottom right corner. Ah, that's more like it. A quick break. Sometimes it's a good idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way.
Right.
Let's keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built. Okay, job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
Barriers gate. Huh. Go as far down as I would like.
Right, let's complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier.
I see they've given me this whole area to go from. Why do I keep doing that? I definitely don't like that. Ah.
Good work.
Not really. Would
Remember,
like to.
before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment. At least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier, so the guests can see in. There we go. Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's always best to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't. The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places like...
How do I delete stuff?
Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them.
No, I believe you. I just want to. I want to delete this error I made. Come on. It's bugging me. Does anybody know the delete button on that? Because that's going to bug me all day. Alright, fine. We'll follow this. Maybe it'll teach me how to make...
Now,
corrections to what I did.
you should
Ugh.
click the play button. After all, if the game's paused, then so are our caretakers, which will make it a bit tricky for them to deliver the ostriches, eh? By the way, as well as pausing the game,
Oh,
you
right.
can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button. It'll run everything at 2 times and 5 times faster. It can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish. All right,
You won't let me.
finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think? Let's get 4 of them in here.
4 ostriches. Can I edit face? Edit barrier. It's high. As a post, I guess? How do I warp these walls? What the heck? I'm... Whoa, don't do that. Well, we'll figure this out eventually. I'm sure they'll tell me how to do that. Okay, animal training. We are... Finding them all. And then right from here to the zoo.
While we
Here.
wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
This feels so cheesy right yet. Oh, I see.
Oh, good to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can actually run at 43
Nice.
miles per hour? Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape. The speed camera fines alone would bankrupt us.
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did he do his speed camera joke? Every
Probably
time we
so.
get an ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals.
It's a difference of $5.
You'll need to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path.
Alright.
This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness negatively. In case that wasn't clear.
No, thank you.
Something
Appreciate
that
that,
all
Nancy.
facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power. And that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we?
Alright.
Now, the reason everything has gone blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So, once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off. Lovely work. Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away.
Bengal tigers.
Righty, your next job is to build a habitat from scratch. And
Oh,
concrete
joy.
and glass, I expect. So, go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't
'Cause
forget
I'm
to
assuming
add
that's for the
habitat
water.
tape to the barrier.
Yes.
Oh, and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
Huh. Could be a way to increase the length just incrementally. Wait, what did I do? What did I just do? No. No. Where's the undo button? There we go. Why are camera controls so difficult? Obstructed. Why is it obstructed? What is this button? No. kind of figuring this out, but there's a lot more to this than it's letting me do, and that's kind of bugging me. I know it's user error, but oof. Okay. Is this a mistake I made where I don't have enough?
Now, Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think? The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode. Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool. Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a height of at least 3.7 meters.
$3.7? We want safety, so 3.8.
Now that the habitat is in place, don't forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas. We need every dollar we can get. Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch.
I placed it right up to the thing, so of course I got no space to place this. So just let's see here. Oh, I see what they did.
Okay, that's the habitat boundary complete, the habitat gate's in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore. I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
So I wanted to go a little bit back. Huh. Oh, you can cover up with plants and... Oh, how boring. Ugh. Making a horrible cage. Ooh, they're expensive.
Whilst our trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival. We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them. This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into Terrain and selecting the water tool. Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat? Okay, it's really starting to take shape.
Yeah, look how shapeful it
The
is.
tigers need a
Good
shelter in
grief.
their habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely, the bad weather. Although given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat.
Whoa.
You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, Just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
Just want to put one right in here, I guess. Which we did. Is it in the wall? That's stupid. There we go. Huh. You have to have more than one, do you? Here come the kitties. I got you.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. So
Well, let's fix
select a
that.
tiger and bring up its information panel. Rightio, click on the terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
There we go. Hey,
Open the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
soil. Oh, gosh. Well, they made sure it was just very simple, didn't they? I mean, it's too much? Or, no, it's too much. Okay. There we go. I get it. All right. Well,
They say that good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave, even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
Right, let's head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told that we need to improve their
interesting.
social welfare. Now then, just find one of the peafowls and select them to open their information panel. Then we can have a good gander at how they're doing. Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese. Expand their social welfare and we can get a bit more detail. Now, they've clearly got plenty of space and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right. So let's find out more. Click on the social tab at the top of their information panel to see what's wrong. Right, see that peafowls need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls. Off you pop to the animal market then.
Look at that one. Prime. Love it. Let's buy it. All right.
Good work on those peafowls.
Oh, this is
I
cute.
expect
What is
we'll
this,
see
like
you
a...
soon. But sadly, it sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see what's wrong with her.
too visible, maybe? I don't know. What do we got? Yeah, kitty, kitty, kitty. Where
Just
are you?
like people, animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy.
Yeah.
You can lower their stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass. It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you? This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests.
There he is. What am I doing? Do I want to do all of it? Is that what they're saying? I'm sure there's a better way to be doing this. What the heck? Let's undo that. What did I just do? I wanted to do that earlier. What did I just do? Anyway. Oh. Can't even tell if I've clicked it to do. Come on. Am I doing it wrong? No.
Just like people, animals can
Is there a
suffer
way
from
I'm missing
stress
this?
if
Come on.
things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy. You can lower their stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass. It's not a cheap
There we go.
option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you? This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests. Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather. You should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat.
This is interesting.
As you can see, we already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can. Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered. You can find heat maps for all sorts of helpful things, so do be sure to explore them and make good use of them. It'll take a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopards' terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
There's a kitty. Need to pick on the kitty.
Now then, all of that should give you a pretty good understanding of how to make animals happy. So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their habitats. That'll increase the average welfare of the animals across the whole zoo. And that average welfare is a very important statistic. Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should go into zoo management and then into the animals section.
Zoo. Aminals.
This list shows you the animal's overall welfare. So, if something's amiss, then you can quickly pop over to them using the locate button. Right, I'm off for a cuppa while you make sure all the animals are well looked after.
So we need enrichment. There we go. Nope, that's the wrong button. Enrichment. What enrichment does a... Maybe? I don't know. Is that the wrong kind? I don't know what they need. Let's see. Look at that. Let's see. Undo. Is there a way to search this? So they like these. Okay. Boop. Aha. It's very stressed and trying to hide. Uh, so they showed me that. Is it just wanting to switch that to that? Definitely seems to be helping. Hmm. Hmm. Well, that took care of that. Protesters, what's up? Oh yeah, see that darkens it up so they don't really see the people. I should have taken care of the issue. Hooray. Not the zebras. What's the matter, you guys? You need toys. And stuff. So let's see. Habitat.
Not bad. Not bad at all. I think it's fair to say that you've passed the first part of your training with flying colours. There's still lots more to learn, but we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that. If you want to grab your passport, we'll head off, shall
Let's
we?
give him us an idea. Okay. Oh, to another area. So
Like you've got the whole zoo purring away nicely. Well, purring, grunting, screaming, booming. All
because
the
they're animals with
appropriate
different
noises.
other
I guess I was right to like them,
sounds.
huh?
That's for sure.
Don't tell her I told you, but Nancy wasn't sure you'd even last the morning. So,
What?
that means she's working out. And Nancy owes me a foxy coffee. As strange as it seems, considering we just met, when I look at you, I feel like you're the child I never had. After the one I did have, obviously. But you see, zookeeping's not for my daughter. Don't get me wrong. Emma absolutely loves animals, but she set her sights somewhat higher. Wants to save the entire planet. I'll just settle for saving a couple of species. And maybe having a type of frog named after me.
Uh, wait. I don't care about saving this. This isn't my. Hmm. All right. So these are. Let's, I guess, just go down the line. I didn't realize there was going to be such a steep learning curve. I mean, I'm excited to learn it, don't get me wrong. Just wanted to get into building my own place, but I didn't realize I didn't know any of these controls at all. Which makes sense because I've never played. Am I supposed to click or is it loading? There we go. Ooh, pretty. Oh, wow.
Welcome to
Okay, this is
Madagascar.
interesting.
It's quite the change of scenery from dreary old England. Apart from the weather, I suppose. They don't call these places rainforests for nothing. The zoo you'll be working in is an ape sanctuary, where we're doing vitally important conservation work. Not just for apes, but for all kinds of species. But apes, well, apes are some of the closest relatives to humans there are. And yet, the way the world treats them is like, well, very much like some of us treat our actual relatives. Anyway, that's why I'm determined that our operation here does some good. If we can all leave some part of the world in a better state than we found it, we'll have lived lives worth living. And speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I left the house in the right one. When I get back, I expect my life won't be worth living at all.
What do you think of Madagascar then? Bit warm for my
Really
taste, to be
cool.
honest. Anyway, this is Burmese Primate Sanctuary. It's not just primates though. We've got all sorts of animals. So why don't we go and have a look at some of them, eh? We'll start by taking a look at the red-ruffed lemurs. They're the ones that look like they should be in a Shakespeare play.
That's
Come
really
on,
cool.
let's head
Everything's
over to
all
them.
like up, suspended. Wow. Mm. Okay.
Red-ruffed lemurs are found in the rainforests of Masuala. That's in northeast Madagascar. They can actually live anywhere from 15 up to 25 years. Fancy
It's quite a
that,
while.
eh? Okay, when you're ready, let's go find our Bornean orangutans.
So the orangutans. Oh, that's interesting. So it's three. They got sharing a water source. I know we're supposed to go over there, but I kind of want to look at this. What's over in here? Baboon. Baboon platoon upon the moon. More lemurs. That's cool. So do they like the hilly terrains, I wonder? Sorry. That's interesting. Okay. Sorry, had to check that out. Oh, it's a tiny. I bet we're building here.
The
Orangutans.
Bornean orangutan is such a marvelous creature. They're always a big favourite at any zoo they feature in, and they're also the biggest tree-dwelling animal on the planet. Assuming you don't count any lions that got stuck up one. Oh, why don't you take a better look at them? Open up their information panel and go into the animal camera.
Wait, I need to click on one, don't I? Where's...
Aren't they just incredible? When you're ready, let's go and have a look-see at some of our beautiful bonobos. They're quite the characters.
All right. I did not mean to click that. How did I do that through the world? Bonobos. There we go.
Oh dear! It looks like we've arrived just in time. One of the habitat's barriers has collapsed.
Monkeys on, or bonobos on the loose.
Made a run for it. We'll need to catch them. But before we do, we should box up the other bonobos to stop them escaping too. Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel. Good. Now open the animals tab. And
Box
click on
all
Box All
animals.
to box up the remaining bonobos.
Alright, I guess I need to unpause the game.
We'll need a vet to recapture that escaped bonobo, but it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild. Not an ideal situation. So, we'll need to hire a replacement, sharpish. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area. You can find all of your staff in here, but there's no time to go looking at their particulars at the moment. Hire a vet.
I'm sure it's in front of me. Vet. There we go. Wait, vets. Vets. We need the vets. How do I hire a vet? Hire a vet.
Click on one of the paths to place the vet in your zoo. Okay, that's a relief. So while the vet deals with our bonobo friend, let's go fix up their habitat so they can't escape again.
Where did the monkey go? Where did the bonobo go?
As you can see, the barrier's collapsed. Someone's taken their eye off the ball, obviously. Let's get this one replaced. Select the barrier and then we'll edit it. Delete the broken section of barrier and replace it with a brand spanking new one.
Edit, hit delete.
Good.
And there we go.
Now that we've done that, we need to make sure to add climb-proof barriers to the top. That way the bonobos won't be able to climb out. Just make sure you've got the correct piece of barrier selected when you do that. Okay, so go into the options section and select which side the climb-proof barrier needs to go on. And don't get it wrong. We're more worried about bonobos climbing out than guests climbing in.
Okay, so I got it selected. Great. Climb proof.
Nicely done.
On the right. Okay.
It's high time we unbox those bonobos, wouldn't you say? The poor mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long. Select the habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again. And then open the animals tab.
Nailed it.
So, it turns out that as well as the old vet leaving, the zoo's mechanics did too. We'll need to hire a couple of new ones.
The
to
monsters.
stop any more breakouts. You see, mechanics do all sorts of helpful things around the zoo, but one of their most important jobs is taking care of the habitat barriers. Without mechanics around to repair them, the barriers will crack, crumble, and fall down. And before you know it, we'll be overrun with escaped animals. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff
Ooh,
management area.
another one. Look at that.
Hire a mechanic and then click on a path to place them in the zoo. Oh, gosh, we have been busy, haven't we? Good work there. I'm off for a cuppa. Oh, I think Bernie wants a word with you.
Oh, of course he does.
I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly, and more importantly, without the animal stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
You see, another key responsibility for our vets is animal research. Researching animals allows vets to unlock new enrichment items, additional information for our education resources, enhanced breeding programs, and improvements to food quality. The animal's food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen.
The bare
Anyway, as you
essentials.
can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research centre. And once again, that's something that this zoo is missing. So let's build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it.
So I'll bet you did.
Now, you've probably noticed that there's already a building where I want you to build the research centre. Don't worry. You see, the building that's currently there is actually a hollow shell. So we're able to place our new building inside of it.
Because you
If
framed
you
it.
select the research
Interesting.
centre for placement and then hover over the shell, you'll see that it asks if you want to add the research centre to the existing building. Okay, click to add it to the building. Oh, but that won't place it in just yet, though. First, we'll need to rotate our research centre so it automatically connects to the path when we place it.
That not right? What am I doing wrong?
Right! Splendid work! Now that we have a brand spanking new research centre, we can give our vets something to do in there. Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that the vets will only do research when they're not required to do any other jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just now. So, let's get our vet researching ring-tailed lemurs. Go into the zoo section and select Vet Research. Here, you can see a list of all the animals present in your zoo, and also all the potential diseases that can occur.
Gross.
Drag and drop your vet onto the ring-tailed lemur to start their research.
My vet. Where's my vet? So how do I do that? Oh, nailed it.
Actually, thinking about it, I'm not sure we've got any education boards or speakers by the lemur's habitat. Let's head over there and add some, so our guests can learn all about the furry little delights.
They were over here. Hello.
First off, let's pop down 2 education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
No. There we go. So 2 educational boards. Oh, we're going on a trip. Is there a way to get through this tree? All right.
Now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel.
Ah, okay. Wondered how they did that. And now we know.
And from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed lemur. Although I'm sure that last part was obvious.
Yeah, it was a little
When you
bit.
link
But
an
thank you.
education board or a speaker to an animal, you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much. Okay, now that we've done the education boards, let's pop down a pair of speakers. Speakers play audio to the guests, so they can learn while they look at the animals, instead of having to go through the laborious process of reading. Oh, one thing to bear in mind is that it's important not to put the speakers too close together. If you do, the guests won't be able to understand what's being said. Now we simply need to link the speakers to the ring-tailed lemurs, just like you did with the education boards.
Gotcha.
Fantastic! Oh, it's worth remembering that education boards and speakers both need power to work. They won't do much good without it. Oh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs.
He's amazing.
Collect the results.
Let's see.
We can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back into the vet research area. Go on, collect your research rewards.
I did?
Just so you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone. Well, now that we've enriched the lives of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs. Some animals, like lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space, and you can fulfill that requirement by building them a climbing frame. Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we? Select one of them and bring up their information panel. Next, click on the Terrain tab. Now, as you can see, the lemurs need quite a lot more climbing space. But as it happens, I've already got a climbing frame blueprint built for you. So you can knock that down or build one yourself from scratch. By the way, it's not always just climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim. They certainly do keep us on our toes.
Just for the sake of it. How do I lower it? What, how is it still outside of placement area? What the heck? What am I doing wrong? There we go.
Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them. They're going to absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it? You can unlock better quality food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, So all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat.
Was I not already in the lemur habitat?
Lovely. Now select
Okay.
the Animals tab. There we go. As you can see, we can set the food quality in here. Just click on the drop-down menu and select Grade 2 Food Quality.
Nice.
Grade 2 Food Quality. My mouth's already watering.
Gross.
So, a new climbing frame and better food. Oh, you've really spoilt those lemurs rotten. Now, I think it's time we looked at one of the zoo's most important responsibilities. Releasing animals into the wild. You see, when we feel an animal is ready, we can release them into the wild. But what makes an animal a good candidate for release? Well, their age is an important factor. I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old. They'll also need to be fertile. After all, the idea is to repopulate the wild, so the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits will be rewarded when we release them. Now, conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo, because earning them allows you to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat.
We're learning. The orangutan.
Okay, I'd like you to find Agang, the Bornean orangutan in the habitat, and select him, please. You can either click through each orangutan in turn, or select the habitat barrier, go to the Animals tab in the Habitat Information panel, and find him in the Animals list.
Nice.
I know it's sad to see him go, but he'll
Good
be so
boy.
loved in the wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release. Young, strong, and fertile. Excellent work there. You've definitely got potential, you know.
I know he gone. What's that do?
I see you've been doing some homework. Although, it hardly seems like work when you're learning about something as adorable as a ring-tailed lemur.
True
I
that.
imagine I'd have got much better grades at school if there'd been less algebra and more aldebra. Tortoises.
Okay.
Okay, so far we've done a lot of work with habitat animals, but now it's time to learn all about exhibit animals. Let's build a brand new exhibit. I've marked an
Okay.
area for our new exhibit. How about we head over there?
Where are we going? Where are we going? Around, around, around. There it is. Amongst the trees.
Now let's build a new exhibit in the gap that's been left. Just add it to the building like we did with the research centre earlier, then pop it into the gap.
Exhibits. Is that right? That ain't it. Am I too close? What's happening? Aha.
Perfect. The next thing to do is adopt an exhibit animal to go in there. How about a Gila monster? Open up the exhibit trading section and adopt one. Just as we do with habitat animals, we need to send the Gila monster to the exhibit. Click on the exhibit to send it there.
Oh, they have.
When you
Okay.
send an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish it off. We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Click on the exhibit to bring up its information panel. Good. Now click on the Layout tab. Oh, well, it looks like we've only got the enrichment level 1 items unlocked at the moment. Never mind, let's turn on at least one of them for the Gila monster.
Let's go with B.
I'm sure you know by now, you can unlock more enrichment levels by having one of your vets do some research. Now we'll also need to set the temperature and humidity in the exhibit. These are vitally important for keeping our Gila monster happy and comfortable. Click on the Climate tab. Here, you can see the Gila monster's desired temperature and humidity. You can change both of these by adjusting the dials below. Make sure it's going to be nice and cozy.
Alright. A little bit of range. Okay.
That's the ticket.
I
The
see.
next thing you need to look at is setting up the different windows. So click on the Windows tab. You can edit and customize any of the windows on an exhibit. A window can be closed and blank, or have a 2-dimensional background, or even a 3-dimensional background on it. Why don't you have a play around with the options? There's also an exhibit education board. Pop them down near your exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now.
Wait, what is this? So I can do. That. Huh. Ooh, that's huge. How does this work? Let me just put it over here.
just like the education boards and speakers we put down for the ring-tailed lemurs, you'll need to link these to the Gila monster. Go on.
Alright, dirt.
Lovely stuff. Now our guests can learn all about our venomous friend here. Right, now, I've got a bit of a big job for you.
Get
I
out of the
need
way.
you to increase the number of species in the zoo. You'd probably want to adopt both habitat and exhibit animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them. Go on, off you pop.
Off
I'll
I
check
pop.
in with you when you're almost done.
Do we have a location? The tapir. Bonova. Orangutan hippopotamus. Huh. It's interesting. So what did we end up getting? So we have... Okay. Food unlocked better. Okay, interesting. All the way up. Might as well just keep them going. So I don't have a clue what else to do. Alright, what animals do we have? Well, yeah, the hat, of course. We have 9 species. And so it wants to add 3 others. So we have bonobo, orangutan. Yeah, hippos. Hey. So it's interesting. Okay. Sorry. So we've got this. So we can go. What's in here? Giant burrowing cockroach. How disgusting. I love it. Alright, animal trading. I don't want ones that I have. No, exhibit. There we go. There we go. Interesting. What is this? So we can go layout. It just doesn't do a lot, does it? There we go. Yeah, why not? Right, temperature. First 323. And 40 to 60. Wait, what? Enrichment. How do you do enrichment with these? That was under layout, wasn't it? So we need, where was it? Research. I'd hire a vet. Where is staff? I would like another vet. Okay, this is interesting. Yeah, I like doing that. Okay. So even those are open, they don't really matter. Can you even see these things in here? Or are they? Hey, there's one. Alright. We're working on it. So weird. Oh, this is where you research diseases. Okay. Interesting. Do we have Tapier? That seems like the obvious choice. So I assume we can build this over here? Or how does this work? There's hippos over there. Okay. Oh, so they just walk right over their exhibit? That's really neat. Okay. What we got here? Winnie Bonobo. What's up, Miss Bonobo? Oh, is this for interesting? Okay. Let's see. Do paths. Okay. Interesting. Oh, very interesting. Ooh, wow, there's a lot to this game. Bubbles and water jets. Okay. A lot of pre-made stuff, which is probably very convenient starting out until you learn how to do your own. Why can't I find paths? So I assume I have to build an entire exhibit to get this up. But I don't know how to do paths. Maybe if I click on paths, would that be the smart idea at this point? Okay, tree bark path. Things been with that so far. I like the idea of a rustic path. Is that for staff? Okay. Increase length. So plus or minus, I see. Okay. The barriers. Let me see. You give me that little help menu that you just did with that? That would have been really nice. So we're going to learn how to stretch this out. How to do this? Come on, we got to figure this out. Hmm. Like even number. I don't know. We'll see how this works out. I've got a. No. I see. Okay. Well, trading. Nah, why not? Pause while we figure out. What did we hear? Or is it couldn't find the path? Okay. Let's just leave them to do that. Am I waiting for them to get here? Is it just there we go? All right. So we need their environment. More plant and tree coverage. Nature. I don't know. Tapir. I don't know if it'd give me a list of what they like. Alright. Central South America. South America, huh? Actually, now I wonder. There we go. Oops, what did I click? How do you raise and lower? Oh, look at that. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Alright, this is interesting. What is this? Just ugh. Interesting. Hmm. Now I kind of see why she likes doing her. Oh, I see, it's Africa. Smaller areas because it's easier to build onto these areas. Terrain. Oops. No. Undo that. Let's see. Tropical leaf litter. That's interesting. Oh, they like some swimming area, huh? So, disabled by scenario. Oh, that's annoying. What if I wanted to do water? Where could I put water? Over here? Valid. That's it? No, give me more. That's obstructed by the door. That's a shame. Come on. Like looking for anything. What was that? What are you telling me? Oh, it was calculating. Calculating? No. So I definitely got plenty of space. I can see why they want you to maybe make smaller locations. I feel like I'm gonna make them very upset by not having the swimming area that they need. requires the South American expansion pack. Is there a wood one? Basic wood. What did I push? I don't know what I just clicked. What is the difference? Oh, I did it again. I see one is slant. Oh, you're smaller, you're slanted. I like that. Oh yeah, they need food. And can we go back to nature, rock. Oh wow. Habitat. I'm kind of wishing I'd actually put a smaller space in, but huh. Yeah, I can see why I'd want to do a smaller. Okay. So we do need another shelter, huh? Okay. kind of see why she likes to do all these rocks and these. Let's see. Gives a nice little pop, doesn't it? Oh, I get the welfare up, the enrichment. This is very minimal. Play, see what that does. It actually didn't do bad. I can definitely see I want to do a smaller habitat. Like, how much space do they actually need? How do you find that out? Just not enough water. That's the biggest issue. And it's not a lot I can do because of where I'm built. Train water. Wait. We have a new spot. Heyo. Nice. Random visitors, thank you for seeing the weird stuff I have done. There. So if we click on the habitat, pause. Where are you? What's out? How did you get out? It's a little low, isn't it? Okay. The entire thing. Let's go up. Put that back over. Alright, we do need paths, don't we? I like this. Oh, I had it. Where was it? Come back to that in a minute. We Oh, we need. Wait. Oh shoot. What do we need? There we go. Oh, shoot. A little more accessible. Well, there's a lot more to this than I think. Nature. Nope. There we go. Alright. I don't know. Just trying to think of a. Let's get the big trees in. Come on. Let's find something good. Holy crap. That is impressively huge. Okay. Wow, that is something. Wow. Oh, shoot. No, I don't remember where I had the. Donation box. There we go. Let's put in a few. Why not? Oh. Nature, hello. Guess these are all technically desert rocks, aren't they? What is it? No, okay. So I gotta figure out how to. No, redo. Aha! Figuring it out. Oh wow, yeah, that was way off, wasn't it? Huh. Okay, well, I was learning. I don't like it, but. Hmm. Let's see here. Okay. So if I do... Aha. No. I see why it takes her so long to make those videos unless she fast forward through so much of it too. How did I do this? What is that? That is a baby. Okay. I like how they did that. God, I've got a lot of work to do to learn this. So what else? Animal trading. Hell, these. Oh, hippo. Mandrill. What's the... Is there another one of these that I don't know about? We need a frog. Is that what it is? What was in this one? This one's... So it's a frog. So we need to build... Did they have another facility I didn't know about? Zookeepers are all down underneath. I like how they did that. That's really interesting. So they got all their little out of the way stuff. Trying to see if they've got a... That's the way in, isn't it? Yeah. Building I can slap one into, or do I just need make my own? It just makes everybody better. All right. The frog. What was it? A frog? Let's just go with frog. I don't remember what it's called. Oh, you really need to know the animal, don't you? Goliath frog. Why not?
My, you have.
Hey, look at us go.
Splendid. But now that you've adopted all these lovely new species, we need to make sure they're nice and happy. So let's get the average welfare across the zoo nice and high, shall we? And by we, I mean you.
Yeah, of course,
Come on,
naturally.
get to it.
Alright, we need research. The froggy, where's the froggy? So how do I find out the average welfare? Bonobos need some love. To the bonobos. Enrichment. Food and toy enrichment. Alright. And alright, toys. Why not? Let's get some fun toys.
Lovely job there.
Eh,
You should be
the
proud of yourself.
bonobos.
Not only
Okay.
have you expanded the zoo and kept the animals as happy as Manny, but you didn't bankrupt us in the process. Amazing.
Even better. Alright. Oh no. I'm not gonna save on these. If I need to go back through and figure it out, I'll go back through and figure it out. This is an interesting game. I have to explore some more. I really want to get a personal zoo going, not just to go through all the tutorial ones, but that may actually need to be my good stopping point for today because I'm running out of time. I don't think I have time to go through another tutorial. But I'm definitely on the right tracks. That was really neat. Time scenarios, career scenarios. Like the statues. Was that just saying where they rotate with you? That's really cool. I'm definitely enjoying this. Well, why isn't he pictured? I mean, that's correct. Let's see. How do we get the picture in there? Yeah. Free update. Education stations. Oh, that's cute. Breeding. Oh, that's cool. Different patterns. Which I got to use some of that. Biome skirt. They can knock over stuff. I love it. See, and I like the 3D ones. But that's just because I like keeping aquariums and I like the full shape of stuff. That's actually neat. That's a thing. Aw, bullying. We don't want bullying. Oh, I like that. Yeah, which I need to play with some more. I've seen content creators use those. Those are actually neat. I think you can set cameras in them so you can view online, so to speak. Alright. Oh, now that's just breaking my heart. My camera up close. New camera mode. I think the biggest issue I gotta remember is just creating space enough in front of the exhibit to put in plants, all that fun stuff. That's interesting. And all the informational stuff. Awesome. Cute. You can make pink water. Isn't that in Australia? I forget the lake. There's a lake that's like constantly pink or something. Anniversary. Balloon animals from Looney Balloons. That's cool. I was a young warthog. All right. Well, I'm gonna call it here. Appreciate you guys tuning in to check this out. I had a lot of fun with this game, and I intend to continue with it. I want to start my own franchise mode zoo and go from there, but that'll be at a later time. So again, thank you everybody, and I will catch y'all later. Thank you. Bye.